is Mary.
And Alma.
We invite you guys to like,
Share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, y'all. Today we are going to be talking about Darcey and Stacey, you all. It is a continuation of Stacey and Florian harassing Darcey. She went and met up with Michael Benz, the one that's balding with the blue hair. Told him about the drama and all that stuff.
It's so funny. He has his bald head right here. And
that's why he has the hair up, to cover his bald spot and to think that he's... You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Creed in The Office, when Ryan was the boss and he was like, we're going to be having new technology, and he was talking about threatening to get rid of the old people. And that wacko came with black hair, basically painted on his scalp. And he said, what's up, I'm 33. I was like, that's what it reminds me. Like, this man looks like he's pushing 60, but he has the blue hair and he wears this little chain. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to the...
So she lets him know she's really upset.
Yeah.
She had a little J-Lo green dress on.
I thought it was nice. I wonder if it's from Versace. She didn't say. She said it was J-Lo inspired. But that was the dress that J-Lo wore for the Versace show. Yeah. I think it was like, what, 20 years since she had worn that. And then she went and she walked that runway, honey.
She walked that, yes.
J-Lo is a fashion icon, in my opinion. Like, she never, ever misses. I don't think I've ever seen her miss.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
And she looks phenomenal for her age.
She does.
But yeah, so
they
had the House of 11
the launch party,
and it was a mess, really.
Well, I thought it was really nice. You know, it was a nice small one. They came in there, the people were there. I thought the audience that came were very nice people. Maybe it's because they're in Miami and it's nice and sunny and it's beach weather, no one is grumpy or whatever. But you know, they started a little song.
That was horrible. They all could not sing. I don't know why they did that. The performance wasn't even lukewarm. It was actually frozen. Do
auto-tune. That it was gonna, like, if they wouldn't be singing live at all, you'll just hear them. And I don't know what Michael was doing because he wasn't even loud enough. I was just like,
it wasn't loud. They should have lip synced because they actually cannot sing to save their lives. They sound worse than me on a bad day.
And they're like, woo! I just love their energy. I mean, the way they go around, twin power, yes, power couple. They can be quite delusional, but I love it and I'm here for it. I'm actually here for it. I think it's beautiful to be that way. It is. I think it's beautiful to be that way. And then all of a sudden, yes, we're twins. And then you see when Stacey says, woo, Darcey also says, woo!
You know, I always wanted a twin.
Yeah, me too. I
thought it would be so cool to have somebody that looks just like you, who's always there by your side, you know. I think it's pretty cool. But I can only imagine being that close. I'm sure it can be annoying at some times, you know. But I just felt like that whole thing, I felt like Stacey and Florian were really trying to push Darcey. Michael B, which I felt like he should not even bother to, to harass Florian.
Messed the whole lunch party up.
Florian hates you. You don't like you, he hates you. He actually hates you. And you went there trying to start some stuff. It was not Stacey. Florian did not force Stacey to do anything. She forced him to do it because she is his mammy. That's his mother rather than his wife. Yes. And she wanted him to be the face of the brand. And she also wanted to annoy Darcey, because she just does not know how to handle her sister's growth. You act as if someone had died and I was like in turmoil. You could have actually sent to me a text. You could have called me, but you lied and said that you did not want to harass me because I'm with my daughter.
Come on.
This is not graduation. I'm just dropping her off.
Exactly.
Like, it's not really, I mean, dropping off is not a big deal. Yes, it is emotional because we went through it.
But you can call me for something like that.
Like, that's my newts. Really.
And she knows that.
But she didn't care. She just wanted to piss off Darcey because she's in a relationship with a man that she does not actually want anymore. That's my opinion.
Next, they did a preview and Stacey was crying. Why was she crying?
Because Florian was cussing at her because she was on the stripper pole. I don't like you doing that. You need to.
You went with a bus, right? For the bachelorette party. Oh.
Yeah, and he said you need to respect me. You don't have a choice. And she's like, I don't want to be with a man who treats me like this. Ooh. I mean, girl, you've been with this loser after he has cheated on you. You ain't going nowhere, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, really, yeah.
I just felt like it was sad. But do I think she's going to leave Florian? Probably not. But I do think that he is a donkey's rear end. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. But I just thought that whole thing, I felt like Michael B should not have harassed him in the store.
No.
It was not the time or place.
Yeah, and
And
then he
it looked
goes
like
and
he
he talks
wanted-
to Stacey.
And he blamed her. Well, I feel like
Yeah.
Darcey should not be in my business. Well, I can say the same thing about you and your fiance sitting down here talking about my business to everybody, then bringing
Exactly.
Georgie, and you have the
Exactly.
nerve to start cursing at me.
Exactly.
Florian is just very, very
He's
disrespectful,
very disrespectful
and
to
just
Stacey.
rude.
And it seems like every season he gets worse.
Very.
Or every episode he gets worse. And I was happy that Darcey walked away. When they both wanted to start their foolishness, she walked away because I was like, you guys are going to mess up your little house of 11 lunch party.
Darcey's really maturing. And she's just really- I feel like
I'm
she's-
loving that.
More self-aware, and I really
Yeah.
love that for her.
Yeah.
You know, because those two dingbats, they're miserable. They're not happy together for real. Oh my God, we have got to talk about
Oh my
the
goodness.
kitty rejuvenation.
Oh my goodness gracious. Let's
She
actually
decides. No, I just wanted to talk about cause I just want to say this. It's kind of like the Chinese, right? You go to them to get your nails done. You go to them to get your eyelashes done. And the thing is, it's like they break down your nails, so you have to keep coming to them.
Yeah.
And then they break down your eyelashes, so you have none. So you
Right.
have to keep coming to them.
You have to go have a get. And that happened to me, and I was doing that. And I had when I finished.
She had no eyelashes.
I had no eyelashes, and the
She
ones
was a
that were
bulge.
there were like falling off. There was nothing. It took 2 years for my eyelashes to come back, and I already had beautiful eyelashes. It took 2 years for them to start growing properly with a little curve to them.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, they messed up my nails. They messed up my actual nails and all
Yeah.
that. And I mean, these days it's not. I mean, yes, it was a lot of Chinese, I guess, Asians who were doing the nail salon.
I mean, but even
Now
in America,
it's like-
it's really the Asians that I was going to. Because even when I was
Oh, yeah.
in America and I was getting my nails done, it was not until I came here
Yeah.
and I did not have a proper nail tech that my nails were finally able to grow after 7 months. But they were so, like, if you bent my nail like this, it would
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
it would, like, it felt like
Yeah.
skin. It didn't even feel like a nail.
Yeah.
So
and I feel like that whole rejuvenation that they're doing down there.
that's what's going to happen, because what they
Exactly.
do is they get it super tight, but then obviously it's not natural, right?
Yes.
It's not you doing exercises like Kegels or whatever,
Yeah.
right? I think that's what they call it.
Kegels, yeah.
And then it's like, I think maybe it'll get it tight, right? But then it gets super loose, so it's like
Again.
you have to come every
Keep on
6
coming.
months. So it's like they do something where you have to keep on coming. So I felt like they should not have. Y'all should have just done it natural way. But I
then
mean,
when
looking
she
at
does
Darcey and Stacey, they don't do
the
nothing
mirror,
naturally.
Here comes the mirror, and Florian just hung up. I was just
She
like,
wanted to show him. My thing is, you say that for your man in privacy, but you know, as soon as she did that, I said, watch he embarrass her, and
But
she
not only
did.
that, think about it. There was a man on this side. So I think when she put remember there's a guy in the room.
Yeah, but he wasn't there at that time. I don't think.
He was on this side behind her. So I think when they did the mirror, he must have seen and like, wait, it's not just you in there, you showing me, I'm hearing all these, because she said Darcey and whatever, like, and you're showing me this, so you're like showing yourself to all these other people and myself.
But my thing is, was she drunk? I just thought it was so inappropriate and so, I don't want to say nasty.
I don't think she wanted to do it, but Darcey was like, yeah, let's go ahead. And
No, she did not. She said, I want to call Florian. Because the thing
she
is,
did. I thought it
Stacey
was
has this
Darcey pushed
weird
her.
thing of trying to force her relationship in Darcey's face. Remember when they were going to go taste cupcakes? Oh, baby, do you want some of these sweets? And he was just like, oh my God, please shut up. Like, that's how he looked. It's like she always wants to try to make it seem like her relationship is so great. And this man goes out of his way every single time to embarrass her raggedy self. And she don't catch a clue. And as soon as she did, I said, watch him embarrass her. And he did. He did not even blink twice. He said, he's like, oh, you show him, okay. And then she was like, well, you know, he's really conservative. And, well, yes, now she's making excuses for the embarrassment. Well, if you knew he was civilized, then why would you go and do that? It just gives me dents. It gives me trying to harass Darcey. And it gives me, dum-dum.
You know, Darcey really was there for her, though. She was like, you know, she was also like, oh yeah, it's the culture.
Darcey gives her too much damn grace, because that woman don't
because
give her
no grace. Because if that was Stacey would be like, well, that was wrong. You know, she would be able to stir the soup up and make Darcey feel bad.
That was embarrassing.
It was.
I was embarrassed for Florian, not Stacey, because she did it to herself.
So apparently, Darcey's doing the whole bachelorette party, and I saw Darcey swing on a pole and lean on Georgie.
I was
guess
like,
Stacey
ooh.
decided to swing on a pole, and Florian was like, no, you can't swing on that pole. But it's her bachelorette party. I don't even know why they put it together.
Well, no, because Stacey wanted it. She wanted to check. She wanted to stalk Florian because I'm not going to let you go and be with strippers because you already cheated on me before.
Yes. Oh,
And
I
then
forgot about that.
she wanted to rub it in Darcey's face, and then of course let's invite your ex, and then let it only be 4 people because really the drama is going to be about you and your ex. I mean, listen, Darcey, the way you leaning on that stripper pole and you leaning back on him, I will go back to my BDEX and call it a night, and it will be a wrap. That's what I would do if I were her, since you leaning on him and showing off and bouncing and all that stuff.
Well, can we talk about her dates? She went on a date.
Yes, with the Afghan. That man is fine, honey, and he is tall. Well, you know, my type is tall with long hair. Her type is totally different. So, yeah.
I don't think I have a type per se, actually.
Yeah.
However,
I mean, I don't have a type in terms of race, really. I mean, as long as you're tall and you have hair and, of course, a good character.
But I don't have a type. Like, I don't know if I have a type per se.
Do you like tall men or it doesn't matter?
Yeah, I mean, I don't, it's not a deal breaker.
If someone's 5'4", is that a deal breaker? Because you're like 8?
Yeah,
no,
well,
5'6".
I don't want someone shorter than me, but I don't think it matters. Because I have actually dated people who were shorter than me.
So you don't mind leaning down to kiss your man?
It never lasted. It never lasted when I realized that they were shorter than me, and I'm 5'6". Well, now I'm 5'5". As you get older, you get shorter.
I know.
But yeah, I think once I found out that they were like, there was one guy though I had total hugs for, and he must have been 5'2", if he was even 5 foot. But he was very muscular, very nice guy, and it's so funny because my friends were just like, I don't know what breeze blew here that you just like this guy. But he looked to me really like a sister. He was like a senior when I was a freshman in college. But yeah, I just really like this guy. I had such a crush on him, and he was actually very short. But yeah, I don't think I have a type per se. But anyhow, this guy, yeah, he was okay. He was alright.
I thought you had a really nice smile.
And then Darcey looks down and she's seeing some bulging. And then he explains to her that, look, I am practicing this celibacy. But it's not a celibacy until he gets married or anything like that. He just does it on a regular. Because he finds that
he's stronger when he holds it in.
He's able to do other things, clears your mind. I've always said that for both men and women,
it doesn't benefit you to be out there.
When you are out there having sex, which is supposed to be something sacred between two married couples, when you're out there doing that, it takes away from your strength, it takes away from your creativity. It takes away from your creativity and all that. So
the salamanders are rampant in this country,
men and women. But yeah, so that was very interesting that he's practicing that.
I feel like Darcey, you should totally ride this wave. My thing is, he is waiting 4 to 6 months. You will get to be able to have sex with him at some point, but take the sex out of it. He's a good-looking man. Let him get to know you mentally and spiritually and emotionally. This is a man who is not trying to be lustful, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yes,
let him get to know you.
Yes.
And I thought that was powerful, but instead she was like, let's break the rules. I'm like, you even said it. If you continue in this vein, this man ain't gonna look at you twice. Because he was like, yes, you were cute or whatever. My boundaries. Yeah. Yes, you did look good and everything, and he was, attractive.
You, obviously.
But he was not willing to break his celibacy. That's why he gave you a little something, but he was not trying to give you all of that. He was not trying. And my thing is, Darcey, like, you should not be talking about let's go right now. Are you trying to find a life partner? Like, I don't know what it is. I know you always talk about in the 50s and 40s you get extremely horny as a woman or something. I don't know if that's what she's going through. But you talk about it on this
she's in her early 40s, I think. Yeah.
So do you think she's going through it?
Yeah, I think so. But it was great that she calmed herself down.
Yeah.
I mean, because she said, can you break your rules? Then she tried to get a little hug, but she did not do it too much. when he was like, put her away. At least at least unlike the other fool, at least he stood there and waited until she got into the Uber.
Yeah, and then watch her leave.
Exactly. So
I thought he was
we'll
respectful.
see.
I think they could really go far. But
I
she
think
has
so.
to be able to put the sex to the side and let someone get to know you eternally, Darcey.
Yeah, absolutely.
And don't lead with sex, because that's not all that you're good for.
Absolutely.
And I know that
not.
maybe you might want to be doing that because you want them to seem. Well, I feel like maybe because she is
She's
older,
wanting
she
so much
wants to
work
let him
done
know.
too, though. I think after you get so much work done as a person, you want people to see the work I got done.
I felt like
Look
she
at all
did too
my
much
work.
on her face. I feel like really there's no need for anyone to ever go get surgery. It's not that you can't do through workout. You can get a butt through working out. You can also get breasts by just gaining weight. I mean, that happened to me, and
Yeah.
now it's like all I have to do focus on is toning it, right?
But
so I don't
know-
think you need to go and get surgery. I feel like there are things you can eat. Did you say grandma said you can eat beans in order to get bigger, chest and stuff?
there are
There's things
people
you
who
could
that.
do.
Yeah, but I think also with I mean, you were still younger, still in your early 20s and stuff like that. I think actually certain parts of our bodies continue to grow.
Yeah.
You know, and then it stops.
I just don't think that I just felt like she did too much work on her face. Like, I think the lips are really a lot, and there's just too many fillers.
Yeah, the lips
And then
are
the
quite a
lashes
bit.
are way too much. Like, she always looks like she's high, because her eyes just stay red. And because there's so many lashes, it just looks like it's too, like, a big black line. And then you just see her little squinty eyes, like, yes. It's just a lot for Darcey. But she's not ugly. You know what I'm saying?
They're not ugly women at all.
I don't think
Not
she's
at all.
botched necessarily, but I do think that she maybe should do what Black China's doing to get some of the fillers taken out
Yeah.
and just focus on working out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Georgie is back.
Oh, for the
Michael
preview.
needs to leave them
And he
alone.
tries to touch her. Don't pet me.
I'm
I'm not
good.
a pet.
I thought that was hilarious.
I have to use that. Don't pet me. I'm not a pet. Oh, Darcey.
Yeah.
You're so funny.
But yeah, I mean, that was just our opinion on the whole Darcey and Stacey thing, you
Yes.
guys. Let us know down below.
And have you ever gotten a kitty rejuvenation? And are there different ways to do it? This was the first time I ever heard about that. So that was,
I
I mean,
don't
I
think
knew
it's
about the yoni where you go. I mean, they've been doing that since, I don't know. I mean, they've been doing that for centuries, I'm sure, here in Africa, where you go and you get your stuff steamed and all that, the yoni and all that. But I had not heard about that. I wouldn't want to go do it. A needle down there? No.
I think it's bad when you have the wax down there. I mean,
A needle? No. I will not be doing Keep needles out of that.
I just think I just don't like the narrative that society has about women. Like, I mean, even women perpetuate it, where it's like you have a child and everything goes straight to hell in a handbasket and your walls are juicier than jelly.
That's actually
It's
not
not
true
true.
for all women, because that did not happen to me.
I don't think that's
At
true
all.
for most women, actually.
And especially if you have a episiotomy, especially if you have like an episiotomy,
What's that?
when they cut you a little bit to make way for the baby. I had one with you. The doctor goes in and they kind of stitch where they cut, but then they stitch a little more if you're opening. So it's actually like tighter,
They
which
cut
was
you
fine.
down there with a knife?
I'm not sure if it was with a knife. I was not looking down there. So I don't know. I mean,
The more
of
I
course,
learn about
surgical
childbirth,
knife.
the more I just start putting it off. Like, at first, I wanted
Honestly,
kids
you're
at
not gonna feel
21.
it. You're not gonna feel it because you're not gonna feel it. By the time the baby is coming out of there, like that's the last thing you're feeling. You don't even feel that when they're trying to stitch you up. You don't even feel that.
At first, I said I wanted kids at 21. Now it's looking like I'll have kids at 29. Because the way you be talking about childbirth, I know too many
already
things.
knew, but I should not have said anything.
If I knew, I'd probably put it out of my mind. Because the thought of having a knife down there was too much for me to bear, obviously.
Well,
And now you have
don't
put it
worry
back
about
in my
it.
head, and I am
Sorry.
re-traumatized all over again.
Sorry, honey, funny.
Women go through so much.
But that is all about Darcey.
Daisy, what?
I was gonna say Star Trek. You all know what I'm trying to say.
Darcey and Stacey.
Like, share, subscribe, and comment down below.